Switzerland often appears in global rankings as one of the wealthiest, safest, and most stable countries on Earth. But behind those headlines lies a deeper story, a country that quietly goes about its business, doing things differently from almost anywhere else. Switzerland isn't loud, it isn't flashy. In fact, it's often described as boring. But this so-called boredom is, in many ways, the very foundation of its success. At the heart of Switzerland's success is its unique political system. Unlike most countries, Switzerland doesn't have a strong head of state. It doesn't have a president with sweeping powers or a prime minister steering the nation. Instead, the country is led by a federal council, a 7-member body that collectively runs the government. Each year, one of these 7 councillors is appointed president, but their role is mostly ceremonial. In Switzerland, leadership is about teamwork and compromise, not about personalities or grand speeches. But perhaps the most fascinating feature of Switzerland's political system is its commitment to direct democracy. While most people vote only every few years, Swiss citizens vote several times a year, not just to elect politicians, but to decide on actual laws and policies. These referendums are not just symbolic, they have real consequences. Whether it's pension reforms, environmental protections, or tax laws, citizens have the final say. This process reflects a deep trust in ordinary people to make complex decisions. If enough citizens sign a petition, usually around 50,000 signatures, the issue must go to a national vote. No matter how large or small the topic, the Swiss decide for themselves. In some cases, they even vote on very specific local issues, such as banning certain types of buildings or deciding whether shops should open on Sundays. In 2016, this democratic culture led to one of the most famous votes in modern history, a proposal to give every adult Swiss citizen a universal basic income of around $2,500 per month, regardless of employment. While the idea grabbed headlines worldwide, Swiss voters rejected it by a wide margin. Nearly 77% voted no. Many believed that their existing system already worked well enough, and that giving away money for nothing might undermine the work ethic that keeps their economy strong. That work ethic goes hand in hand with something else Switzerland is famous for: trust. This is a country where people leave their bikes unlocked and their front doors open. In rural areas, many farm shops have no staff. You simply take what you need and leave cash in an honesty box. In cities, public transport operates largely on trust. There are no ticket gates, and although inspectors occasionally check, most people buy tickets anyway because it's the expected thing to do. This sense of mutual respect stretches beyond personal behavior into how society operates. While Switzerland is known for its wealth, it's not a place where people flaunt their money. Modesty is a key cultural value. Even among the wealthy, it's common to see people driving modest cars and living in relatively simple homes. Large displays of luxury are generally frowned upon. Instead, people prioritize financial security and long-term stability. That said, Switzerland is undeniably expensive. It's often ranked as one of the most costly countries in the world for everything from housing to groceries. A simple coffee can cost 5 to 6 francs, and dining out can be eye-wateringly expensive. However, Swiss wages are high, and most people can afford these costs. The average income is among the highest globally, and unemployment remains consistently low. Another important aspect of Swiss life is the country's healthcare system. Healthcare here is excellent, but it's not free. Every person is required to purchase private health insurance, and premiums can be high. Yet in exchange, people receive some of the best healthcare services in the world, with short waiting times and highly advanced treatments. Education follows a similar pattern: high quality, accessible, and practical. While Switzerland's public schools are free, higher education comes with minimal fees compared to other countries. But what sets Switzerland apart is its strong apprenticeship system. Many young people opt for vocational training, learning trades such as engineering, hospitality, or IT from a young age. This has helped create a highly skilled, versatile workforce that keeps unemployment low and industries competitive. Swiss people are also known for their strong work-life balance. While they work hard, usually around 40 to 42 hours per week, vacation time is taken very seriously. By law, every worker gets a minimum of 4 weeks of paid holiday, and many enjoy even more. But one tradition stands above all: Sundays are sacred. On Sundays, almost everything shuts down, shops close, construction stops, even lawn mowing and loud home repairs are discouraged. It's a day reserved for rest, family, and quiet reflection. Beyond quiet Sundays, the Swiss have a deep appreciation for nature. Switzerland is renowned for its stunning landscapes, towering mountains, shimmering lakes, and green valleys. But for the Swiss, this isn't just scenery. It's their playground. Hiking, skiing, and mountain biking are part of everyday life here. The country boasts over 65,000 kilometers of hiking trails, more than its entire road network. Even urban dwellers frequently escape to the mountains on weekends. Environmental protection is another area where Switzerland excels. Recycling isn't just encouraged, it's mandatory. Households are required to separate their waste carefully, and those who fail to comply can face fines. Energy conservation is a national priority, with a strong focus on renewables, especially hydropower, which provides a large share of the country's electricity. Switzerland's transport system is equally impressive. The country has the most dense public transport network in the world. Trains, trams, buses, and ferries connect even the smallest villages, and everything runs with near-perfect punctuality. Swiss trains are famous for arriving on time, often to the minute, and offer scenic journeys that showcase some of Europe's most beautiful landscapes. Public transport isn't just for tourists. It's part of daily life for many Swiss residents. Language is yet another layer of Swiss diversity. Switzerland has 4 national languages: German, French, Italian, and Romansh. Which language you hear depends on where you are. Zurich and the central region speak Swiss German, Geneva speaks French, Ticino speaks Italian, and a small mountain region speaks Romansh. Most Swiss people grow up bilingual or even trilingual, and English is widely spoken, especially in larger cities and among younger generations. But perhaps the most unusual fact about Switzerland is that it doesn't have an official capital city. While Bern serves as the seat of government and is often called the capital, it technically holds the title of federal city. This reflects Switzerland's decentralized nature. The country is made up of 26 cantons, each with its own constitution, laws, police, and tax systems. In many ways, these cantons operate like semi-independent states. Despite its neutrality, Switzerland maintains a strong defense system. Military service is mandatory for most young Swiss men, and many keep their military training for years afterward. It's not unusual for Swiss men to store their service rifles at home, although ammunition is tightly regulated. Even with high levels of gun ownership, Switzerland has very low rates of gun violence, thanks to strict regulations, thorough background checks, and a culture of responsibility. Daily life in Switzerland is also shaped by a strong sense of civic duty and community involvement. Many people participate in local organizations, volunteer work, or neighborhood committees. Festivals and traditional events are common throughout the year, bringing people together to celebrate everything from agriculture to folk music and seasonal foods. One interesting detail is how the Swiss approach punctuality. Being on time here isn't just polite, it's expected. Being late, even by a few minutes, is seen as disrespectful, especially in professional settings. This emphasis on timeliness mirrors the precision associated with Swiss watches, and indeed, the country remains a world leader in watchmaking. Even in business, Switzerland stands out for its deliberate, cautious approach. Companies here tend to be conservative and risk-averse, focusing on steady long-term growth rather than rapid expansions. This attitude, combined with strict banking laws and high levels of privacy, has made Switzerland a financial hub, not just for the wealthy, but for multinational corporations seeking stability and predictability. Of course, no country is perfect. Switzerland faces its share of challenges, including debates around immigration, housing shortages in cities, and environmental pressures from tourism. However, the Swiss approach these issues in the same way they approach everything else, slowly, thoughtfully, and often through direct votes. Switzerland is not a country of extremes. It doesn't chase rapid growth or sweeping change. Instead, it values consistency, reliability, and community trust. Its quiet, steady way of life may seem uneventful to outsiders, but for those who live here, it's exactly what makes it feel secure and satisfying. In a world where noise and speed often dominate, Switzerland offers a different model. It shows that prosperity doesn't always have to be loud. That stability can be built not through drama or chaos, but through patience, cooperation, and respect for both tradition and modernity. This is Switzerland, a place where peace is protected, where systems work as they should, where nature is respected, and life moves at a steady, deliberate pace. This brings us to the end of our video. See you in the next one. Goodbye.